2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here?
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I talk a lot about defensive ends arguably being some of the best athletes on the field. Here's an example of a guy that's just too quick off the edge for the offensive line to be able to contain. He got in there in a heartbeat and came up with that sack.
He's going to head out of bounds.
Offense ready to start this drive. Here comes a first down pass attempt.
Slides the quick throw.
Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Second down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man.
He escapes the pocket. Quick throw to his receiver. Makes the catch downfield. He makes the stop, and it's a big play with 31. So the explosive play changes the complexion of the drive. They're set up outside the 30 now. Grab down the middle. It's Richardson. Simple. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Moves out of the pocket. He'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. The short completion of the tight end. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Looking to scramble. Trying to create here on the move.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Misfire on first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. Looking for his back. And this pass is caught. They bring him down, but not before gaining first down yardage to the 22. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back. Throwing for his running back. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. 4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
On the move now. He lets it go on the move. He's got it with room to run. They finally make the stop after a big gain, but that'll wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk in the booth. Fellas, hard to believe.
And out comes the offense set to take over here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it on a crossing route. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down to the 48.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into...
Swarm with a pass rush, a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good...
Who's in the clear? They tackle him all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense is knocking on the door now.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and the receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Launching one to the end zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Design quarterback run. Ball handed off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Now, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He'll throw it now. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Leaning on the run game here late.
Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. A quick throw out left, complete. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. First down at 10. Shotgun formation, here's an inside give. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Again, makes it second and medium. Tailback with another carry. Gets the first and still running. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep.
I love this little touch pass call. It stretches this defense out, puts a lot of pressure on the defense to have to contain and get wide, and it can open up so many different aspects of the offensive playbook.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. First and goal at the 9. And the quarterback just takes a knee. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. With the last team standing at the top of the mountain. moniker national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.